Okay, difficult topic. Difficult topic. Certainly a difficult one for me to talk about because I've been there on both sides of this. And I assume that you have been too, but let's talk about being cheated on or the feeling of betrayal and the breakup or divorce or separation that happens afterward. Because you get to the point where you just feel completely hopeless, right? Like you've lost absolutely everything, and how could you possibly go on? How could you possibly replace this person in your life? Or how can you possibly exist the way you've always existed without this person going forward? Man, when you discover either an affair or that a partner's been cheating, that feeling in your chest, that feeling when you're just gonna throw up, that feeling when you feel like your heart might actually stop, when you just feel like you've been stabbed, you go completely numb, and you just don't know how to react, right? Oh man, yeah, it's rough, and I've been there. And what can I say that's gonna take that pain away? Well, nothing. But what I can do is say what everybody says, is that it gets better with time. A lot of that when you're going through it is just BS. You're like, don't tell me that. That's what everybody says. That's so cliche. That is not helpful. And look, like I said, I've been on both sides of this. I hate to say it, but I did have an emotional affair in a previous marriage, and I've grown up so much since then. And when it happened to me and I was on the receiving end of it, you just realize just how much you've hurt people and just how much it's possible for another person to hurt you. And I don't know that there's a way to actually recover from that, but what you can do is use that to grow into a new person. Because let's be honest here, the person you were when you were with that person is just not going to exist anymore. That person is not going to exist anymore. There's going to be a better version of that person, no doubt about it, but that same one is gone. And that's a really good thing, because that person may have been codependent on this relationship. That person may have put their own self-worth into that person. Ask me how I know. But please know that there is life on the other side. There is goodness on the other side. There is self-growth and self-improvement on the other side. And when it happens to you, you may find yourself just curled up on the shower floor, just sobbing and wondering how you're going to continue. Like, I know, but it gets better. And you got to take time by yourself. The thing you should not do, ask your therapist about this, don't trust me. The thing you should not do is go out and fill that void with somebody else right away, or look for a new relationship, or get on the dating apps and say, how can I replace what I just lost? That's not going to do it. That's just going to lead to more problems down the road. Take the time to find out who you are, to find out what you love to do, and then do those things. And over time, while you're doing those things, the next person's going to come into your life. But give yourself time, because after something like that happens, there's not an easy bounce back, at least not one that is healthy. But that pain is going to subside. I know, everybody says it, but it is true. And you'll might even find yourself rooting for your ex at one point, saying, I hope that he or she is okay. And I hope he or she finds the right person. And that's going to be a whole different video when they do, because you are going to have some feelings about that. But for right now, focus on you. What I do want to be very clear about is sometimes after something like this happens, you may go down the path of saying, why am I even here? Why am I on this planet? I don't want to be here anymore. Well, please pause. You're wanted here. You need to be here. Nothing that has happened is worth you leaving, okay? Please stay, because it gets so good. And I want you to experience just how good things can get. I know that in those moments, those days, weeks, months afterwards, you're gonna feel lost and confused, but it's not always like that. So really take the time to get to know you. Do the things you love to do. Find hobbies, test new hobbies, go new places, book a trip if you can afford it. Book a trip either in your home country or overseas somewhere. Go experience something. And the more you experience, the more you're gonna say, oh my God, there's a big world out there. There's a big world out there with a lot of people in it. So, true, you're not going to find that exact person again, but you are going to find somebody better for you. But even if that doesn't happen, maybe you just need to take some time to really fall in love with you and date yourself. And that's okay. In fact, that's better than okay. Sometimes that is preferred. Join a rollerblading group, go sailing, go hiking, do the things that fill up your soul, go hunt sunsets, whatever it is, do the thing that fills you up. And that pain is going to be replaced by hope. I promise.